Oh yeah, and there's the... Oh, they're coming right for us, dude.
Is your camera ready?
Oh no.
What? I see it there. No, there's a dog bark.
From unexplained sounds and massive predators to human danger hiding among the trees, each case proves how unforgiving the woods can be. This is 6 intense forest encounters caught on camera that are real. Case number 1. In 2015, a short and disturbing clip appeared on a small YouTube channel called Leviathan. The video was filmed in the Madra forest, deep in the Czech Republic. The sounds became clearer. A rough, voice-like noise repeated again and again. It almost sounded like a word, but not a human one. He stopped walking. The camera shook slightly, as if his hands were not steady anymore. After the clip ended, people noticed something else. The ground showed large footprints. Some looked old, some looked new. They were too big to ignore. No normal animal in that area should leave marks like that. Moments later, panic took over. He suddenly ran. The camera bounced wildly as he fled through the trees. Whatever he heard was close enough to scare him into leaving everything behind. The sounds were never explained. No clear animal match was found. He never returned to the forest, at least not on camera. With that being said, let's move on to our second footage for intense forest encounters caught on camera. Case number 2. Limitless Outdoors is a YouTube channel known for real hunting trips and honest outdoor moments. On February 27, 2021, in the remote backcountry of Montana, the channel shared a video that slowly turned into a nightmare. Adam and Shane were deep in the mountains, far from roads or help. The land was quiet, covered in thick bushes, and everything felt normal at first.
He was looking for, and the hunt kept marching into the fall, and they got to see incredible things and just spend a ton of time in God's limitless outdoors. And today we get to share a little bit of this adventure with you and some of the unbelievable things they encountered on the way to Adam's fall black bear. We hope you enjoy this hunt as much as we enjoyed putting it together.
While scanning the slope below, he noticed movement. A large grizzly bear was feeding calmly, unaware it was not alone. The bear looked peaceful, but its size alone was enough to cause fear. Moments later, another shape moved in the brush. Then another sound followed. He slowly realized there was more than one bear in the area, and they were closer than expected.
We got a big grizzly on us. So we're just gonna wait it out. There's bears everywhere.
Just spotted another, a giant.
There's 2 more with it. So no, that's cubs. This is
South Cubs.
3 of them there.
We are in grizzly bear house right now. Oh.
Soon, the danger became clear. A large male grizzly appeared nearby, and below him, a younger male moved through the trees. The space between them felt smaller with every second.
Gosh dang. We were right on top of this thing.
So the situation that you're watching unfold here is to the left and down the hill, there's a mature boar grizzly feeding in the berries. Just up from him is an immature boar grizzly feeding in the berries. And now they've spotted a sow and 2 cubs feeding down the hill towards the other 2.
Then the worst possible sight appeared. A mother grizzly stepped out with 2 small cubs. His heart dropped. Now there were 5 bears in the same place, and none of them knew the others were there yet.
So we got the sow, cubs right here. And we got the big male down here somewhere. She's got her cubs. She smells that male.
Yeah. She's headed right down there anyway.
You know, I have complicated feelings when it comes to seeing grizzly bears in the lower 48. Although it's really cool to see them, they really complicate and make a hunt kind of stressful. You see, grizzly bears don't have any hunting pressure down in the lower 48, which makes them a little bit more bold, a little bit more nosy, a little bit more standoffish at times, and they can really cause problems on a hunt, and that's exactly what you're about to see right now.
The forest felt frozen. No one spoke. The mother bear suddenly lifted her head, sniffing the air. Her body went stiff. He knew she sensed danger.
The sow is freaking out.
Oh, okay.
She just saw him.
Is she gonna leave?
She's woofing. There's her cubs.
What are they gonna do? I'm scared.
They're kind of going towards him.
The little bears aren't that big. They're probably this year's, I bet. That's why we could hear him in two different places over there. And they're all getting close. I wonder when one of them will also take off the other one, then they'll just come tearing up here right beside us. Grung, 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 right up the ridge.
There's another one. It's number 5.
Shane has a really uncanny ability to predict exactly what's going to happen with animals just based on their behavior, and his predictions are about to come true.
The bears began to move. The cubs shifted first. Another large bear came into view. Heavy bodies brushed through branches, and the calm scene turned tense in seconds.
Okay. Here they go. All the big ones chasing them off.
And here they come right up the hill after us. Just what we wanted, right?
Without warning, the bears broke into a run. Branches snapped loudly. The ground shook under their weight as they charged uphill, straight towards the hunters.
Here they come.
Hey! 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 Hey!
All 3 of them, dude. Or all 5 of them.
Hey! Get out of here!
All 5 grizzly bears rushed past the exact spot where they had been moments earlier. If they had stayed still, the ending could have been fatal.
Don't even care, and they just keep coming right up the mountain at them. Hey!
Get out of here! Here she comes, dude. Hey!
Hey!
Where are they at?
They ran.
These bears ran right through where Shane and Adam were just set up. Had they not moved, they would have had a real serious confrontation with these 3 bears.
You got your camera?
Yeah. Hold on, she ain't gone.
No.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that one down there's huge. That is a huge bear. Dude, I still don't feel good about this.
After it was over, his hands shook and his voice broke. The danger was gone, but the fear stayed, lingering in the quiet mountain air.
Dude, I'm shaking so bad. We just had 5 grizzlies come after us.
And I said, let's run over here to give her some room to come up that ridge.
Yeah, she would have charged us.
Yeah, because we'd been too close.
Oh yeah.
I figured we could handle them out here on this open face.
The forest went silent again, but this time the silence felt earned and fragile. Moving on to our third intense forest encounter for this video. Case number 3. Forest Fire number 21 is a YouTube channel that shares strange, unexplained sounds captured on camera. On July 31st, 2018, the channel uploaded a video recorded earlier in December 2014 from the woods behind a home in the Virginia suburbs near Washington, D.C. It was around 2 a.m. The night was quiet and most people were asleep. He was inside his house when a sudden scream came from the dark woods behind the homes. It did not sound close, but it did not sound far either. In the days that followed, there were no news reports, no police stories, no missing person alerts. It was as if the night had erased itself. Years later, people still ask what the sounds were. A person in danger, an argument, or something else hiding in the woods. No clear answer ever came. The recording ends, but the question stays. If someone was screaming that night, why did the woods take the answer with them? Moving on to the fourth footage. Case number 4. On June 13th, 2025, at a quiet riverbank, a man went out for a simple solo fishing trip. The water was calm, the trees were still, and it felt like a normal day outdoors. But the feeling changed fast. He called his dog closer. The dog kept looking down the river as if sensing something before he did. The air suddenly felt strange, like the woods were holding their breath. He noticed 2 men standing far down the river. They were not fishing, they were not talking, they were just staring at him. The men started moving closer, stepping through the brush slowly, almost trying not to be heard. They pretended to look at the trees, but each time they shifted, their eyes stayed on him. They stood still again, watching him through the branches. They came even closer, close enough to stand near him, still without a single word, just watching. Just waiting. The whole riverbank felt wrong.
Come here. Come here.
His gut told him something was not safe. The moment felt tight and close, like trouble was only a few steps away. So he packed up fast, called his dog again, and left the river before anything else happened.
Woohoo! Alright, those dudes are just standing there staring at me. Sketchy! I don't know if they wanted something or what, but they were peeping me out from down the river, and then they came closer and closer, then they were just tending to look at the trees, and then they kept staring at me. Fuck. Usually people like say something or whatever.
The quiet woods did not feel peaceful anymore. They felt like a warning. Let's move on to our 5th encounter for this video. Case number 5. Meso Sales is a small YouTube channel that once posted many random videos. On October 26, 2013, the channel uploaded a strange clip filmed in East Texas less than a mile from Lake Tawakoni. It was a quiet night inside a house near the forest. He was sitting and watching TV when the cats suddenly jumped up and ran away. Their tails were puffed out like they sensed danger. A few seconds later, he heard strange noises outside.
Bangs on the house, so they heard something they didn't like, so went outside and check it out. What's going on? Anything out there?
He decided to step outside with a flashlight. The area was very dark. Trees surrounded the house, and the forest felt close and heavy. He could see a small trail leading into the woods.
Out here, obviously, should by my flashlight. I see the trail. I see the trail going up there.
More noises followed. There were distant barks mixed with heavy, hollow howls. The sounds did not stay in one place. They moved, like something was circling.
Look, sound like coyotes, yep. Like yipping sounds.
As the minutes passed, the howls grew louder. One sound stood out from the rest. It was deeper than the others and hard to explain. It did not sound like a normal animal.
Look, let's see it there. There's a dog barking.
At that moment, fear took over. He did not wait to understand it. He turned and ran straight back inside the house, shutting the door behind him. Later, people in the comments said they had heard the same sound near the lake. They recognized it, but none of them could name it. It may have been an animal. It may have been something known. But hearing it in the dark, so close to home, is something that stays with you. That brings us to our last footage for the intense forest encounter caught on camera that is real. Case number 6. Mo McMorrow is a YouTube creator who shares van life and solo camping videos. On March 30th, 2023, she uploaded a video filmed at a remote free camp near the Great Dividing Range in New South Wales, Australia. She drove deep into the forest, far from towns and people, where there was no phone signal, and the silence already felt heavy and uneasy. She parked the van and cooked a meal, trying to enjoy the calm, but the quiet slowly began to feel wrong, like the forest was watching her. Then she quietly said they were not alone anymore, and the fear in her voice made the moment feel very real. Soon after, she noticed men nearby. She had just stepped away for a private moment when the presence of strangers suddenly felt much more threatening in such a remote place.
3 men.
I just went to the bushes. I go there. Yeah, use the nature as my toilet.
The music continues, but the tension stays strong, and the forest no longer feels peaceful or safe. Not long after, she made a clear decision. She said she was leaving even though the food was ready and the plan was to stay the night.
I'm leaving after my lunch, which is delicious.
She chose to trust her instinct, knowing that being alone in the wilderness leaves no room for mistakes. Drove away before darkness fully set in, leaving the camp behind, understanding that listening to fear can sometimes be the smartest choice. For more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Comment below which case you find the most horrifying. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications.